welcome to Straight Alive. And today we're going to do the eighth card of the tarot deck. And first, I want to address some comments I received. I was asked, why do I not have the big fancy studio? I don't need it. I don't need it. That's not how I learned how to read tarot. That's not how I want to teach tarot. I got my cards. I told you was gifted my cards from a woman that was actually dying of cancer. And when I went to her house, this woman lived in abstract poverty. She had a rag over her knees, and she had a chicken sitting beside her. She didn't need all that fancy um, gear, I guess what you want to call it. Some people like it like that. I don't. I believe more in the earth magic. I believe it's inside my soul. So to put on an act, with me it would be putting on an act. I'm not saying everybody does when they use that. That's how they've learned it, and that's what they believe. Everybody has a different way of believing. I don't need it. So I'm going to do it my way. And I was trying to do it slowly, one card at a time. So if anybody got a deck, they could actually follow me. And I was trying to give kind of insight into it. Examples, because it's easier to learn when you've been given an example. I've been in the education field a long time. So I'm going to keep on doing what I know how to do. And hopefully I won't lose anybody. Or if you have comments, go ahead and give me the comments, because I'll give you an answer. But I have to do it my way. Okay? Because that's true to me, and it's true to what I've learned. And I'm Native American, and I'm proud of it. So instead of the crystals and the crystal ball and all that, I believe in the flutes and the drums and the rattles and the forces of nature. So, that's where I stand. And it's always done me good. And I'm going to continue it that way. Okay? So, thank you for your comments. Yes, and if you want to know, there's no time I'm going to say don't ask, because you can ask. You don't learn unless you ask. So let's go ahead and get on with the number 8 card. And that is the card of strength. Let's see, the lion. That's always a sign of strength. And this one is the card. I'm not going to hold it up here the whole time either, because seriously, my hands go numb. Yeah, arthritis. Anyway, the card of strength, this one means overcoming adversity. Adversity hits everybody at one time or another. It's something that is beyond your control. It happens. But without the bad, you really can't appreciate the good. So it's the balance. The balance I'm always talking about. You have to have that in your life. And it's sad that you have to have the bad part, but you do. So this is the spark inside the spirit, that's what I call it, that is there, that leads you back up through that darkness, through that pain, and makes you know that life goes on, and you have to overcome the adversity, and you can. You can. You cannot lay down, because that would be this one. That would be the reverse card, is just to say, but something's happened and I can't get over it. I just can't put it behind me. And there's going to be people there that are egging you on and saying, oh, I know, I'm so sorry for you. We understand you're not going to be able to do this. But your soul, the higher power, is saying, do not listen to this. Yes, you may have a mourning period, but sooner or later, And hopefully sooner rather than later, that spark is going to ignite and you are going to be able to rise again, just like the phoenix. This has been demonstrated throughout history, time and time again. Okay? And I'll give you some examples because that's what I do, so you can kind of understand it better. I have some heroes, I guess. To me, they are, because they are a great example of this. And the first one, it's because I like to write and I've got a children's series. One of these days, I'm going to get off the ground and I'm going to get published. But my first hero is J.K. Rowling. And she is the author of the Harry Potter franchise. But she was in poverty before she got noticed, before she finally got that first book published. But she kept trying, and she kept pushing, and she kept pushing. And people kept telling her, no, you can't do it. It's never going to happen. She kept on getting letters that said, that she wasn't accepted. No, they didn't have room for that type of book right now. Rejection after rejection. But she kept on pushing. And she finally got a book published. And from there on, I think we all know that in 1980s, I think it was, Harry Potter was the most popular thing on television, and the books and everything. It just kind of took over. And I love them. My granddaughter's got a set of them right now downstairs in her room. But to me, she is a great example of that spark in the spirit. She wouldn't let it go out, no matter what people told her. Okay, the next one is Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking had MLS. He was a paraplegic. He had no control over any part of his body other than probably his head and his brain. He was a physicist. He studied string theory, the black holes. If you've ever watched the sitcom Big Bang Theory, he was like their idol. He was their idol because he had a beautiful mind. And he didn't let it get him down that he couldn't move any part of his body. He did what he could with what he had, and he made the best of it. And it absolutely will have repercussions throughout scientific experiments from now on. And then there's the little lesser known people like Bethany Hamilton. This little girl was 13 years old, and this is what gets me. She's 13 years old. And she's going off at the shore, and she's surfing. And she gets attacked by a shark. It takes off her arm. And they do save her. But of course, I'm sure people told her, that's the end of your surfing career. That's the end of everything that you can do. See, every time I get on this camera, right, that other phone will start going off, and I swear, I turned that phone off. So let's just let it ring and ignore it. Anyway, 13 years old, she goes through physical therapy. She has a prosthesis, but she doesn't wear it in the water. But she goes right out, right where she got attacked, and surfs again. She is an example if there ever was one. And, Bethany, if you're out there, girl, blessings. Anyway, it's all through history. It's all through history, the strength inside the spirit. What I call the spark in the soul. Okay? The spark in the spirit. I might have that put on some t-shirts. Don't anybody else out there jump ahead and get it first. Anyway, that's really kind of self-explanatory. I think that's kind of covers it. And of course, the reverse would just be the opposites when you decide to lay down and let the life pass you by because, hey, I can't do it. Don't believe that. Don't ever believe that. The word can't is the word can with a T attached. Get rid of the T and go for it. Okay? You can go for it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off and see if I can't get ready to do one more for today because the holidays are coming up. And I only get to edit on one day a week at the library. I only get 2 hours. So if I want to drop any videos in that time, I've got to get as many as I can. And I don't want people that are actually watching the tarot videos to be left with anything for over a week. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get some more tarot videos filmed. And then yesterday I did go back to the trails where that little 15-second film was at the end of the Lover's Tarot. And that one's going to have to be a series, kind of a series, because I get a little bit more every time I go. And I don't think I'm going to put that one up until after the holidays because it's going to take my whole editing time. And these are not hard to edit because they're just short. So anyway, I'm going to say right now, blessings from the witch. And have a blessed holiday season. Take care of yourself. Take care of your animals. Like and subscribe, please. I keep forgetting to say that. Please like and subscribe. And, you know, I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.